Boom shakalaka, it finally happened. Get ready for the perfect storm. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randa here from Crypto Love. Today's video, lots of people want to debate if now is a good time to buy Bitcoin, but it finally happened. We're going to get into exactly what if you stay tuned, because something is brewing. Now, before we get into it, like the video, join us on Twitter at Crypto Love, and of course subscribe to the OG Bitcoin and Crypto YouTube channel, making daily videos longer than everybody else. Now today, fear and greed at 30, pretty much sideways for the past month. The market's been going sideways for quite a while. Price sideways today, Bitcoin 84,340, Ethereum 1593, and XRP 209. Now, as the price has been in this downtrend since January, so far, it seems to have hit its lows back in the beginning of April, right at this nice support and resistance line here around $74,000. And right now, the price is hovering around the 21 EMA and the 50-day moving average and the top of this down trend. Which direction is it going to go? Well, can't really predict the future. But what we can do is look at some charts that very well may blow your mind, especially if you stay tuned till the end. This chart has never been wrong. So let's get started. Right now, people want to argue. You got to consider cross-border capital flows, potential long-term macro repercussions on global value chains, economy, tariffs, all this different stuff in terms of Bitcoin. But whether you have low IQ like me or high IQ like Andreas Antonopoulos, buying more Bitcoin at the 1-year moving average generally is a good buy. If we take a look, not only do we have the 1-year moving average, we have the 50-week moving average support. Historically, in bear markets like we see here, this does not act as support like it is doing right now, meaning that likely we are not in a bear market. As a matter of fact, I retweeted something the other day, Torta Meester, saying that we are still in a bull market, according to his opinion. Mine too, because take a look at this structure. Higher lows and higher highs. That to me spells bull market, but some people are just impatient, and I guess Twitter itself is impatient. And especially when you see what's going on with the economy, with the stocks, with all this different stuff, with tariffs, with the pandemic. I mean, look at this drop-off in stocks. But if we take a look at the S&P 500, the weekly RSI is now in oversold territory. The last time this happened was during the COVID pandemic crash. And guess what? There was a very sharp V-shaped recovery. Now, could we have the same type of V-shaped recovery? Abso-freaking-lutely. The Federal Reserve absolutely ready to help stabilize the market if needed. Do you think they can do it? Yeah, again and again. Now, if we take a look not only at Bitcoin, but also at USDT dominance, right now, a hidden bearish divergence where we have lower highs on the USDT dominance and higher highs on the RSI. This could hint a potential early signal of risk on sentiment returning. Seems like the sentiment is changing. Not only that, but gold generally leading with a rally before we see the rally in Bitcoin. Well, gold is on a tear. Could be the final leg up. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could it top and then Bitcoin take off? Yes. Stranger things have happened. Now, not only that, but we also have global money supply, global liquidity index breaking through its moving average right here. The last 2 times this happened, that was huge parabolic bull run signals for Bitcoin. As a matter of fact, that was the COVID pandemic right there. Also pretty much the bottom in 2016. And we're seeing the same type of thing with global liquidity right now. Could be a massive, massive move is coming for Bitcoin, because Bitcoin did just find very strong support. This is every Bitcoin cycle. We have 2016, we have 2020, we have this cycle right here. All of these find support on this green line. And guess what? We are there once again finding support for Bitcoin. Now, should Bitcoin take off, based on the seasonality, we would see not only the normal parabolic move that we see in the seasonality, but since we are at a 25% range downward, we would see an even more dramatic jump, almost a doubling in terms of price, just to recapture normal, not even exceptional returns this cycle. We're starting to see the apparent demand returning after topping off here, bottoming out, starting to return. And when you line up all of the cycles, global liquidity cycle, global business cycle, this does not look like a top. This looks very, very much like a bottom. So what does that mean? Well, this chart right here has never been wrong. This is when we have critical low volatility for Bitcoin. 10 times out of 10 times, it has been bullish for Bitcoin, and it's unlikely that things are going to change this time around. Another bull signal for Bitcoin. How high could the price go? Well, only time will tell. But that's all for this episode. If you enjoyed it, like the video. I'll catch you later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
Boom, shakalaka.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.
From now on, if you don't own Bitcoin, you're a moron.